Morning, everybody. Boxerfest 2025. Getting ready to walk in. Gonna let you guys check out the overland zone because it's right here and very convenient. Let's see what we got. Oh, I already got one. I don't take another one. Thank you, though.
Again, if you are standing in line waiting for an autograph, we are going to have to shut down the autograph line at some point here. So apologies if you're standing behind that point. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty close to that point right now. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, our guests, Travis Pastrana, Scott Speed, Brianna Gelsomino, and Bucky Lassick, will all join us for a chat. And then we'll move into the awards ceremony at about 3:30 this afternoon. The awards ceremony rolls right into the raffle. You must enter the raffle to have a chance to win it, and you must also be present to win. Check your ticket for instructions on how to enter ASAP. And thank you so much for being here at Boxerfest presented by Subaru. We are privileged to have with us today a quartet of incredible guests. I'd like you all to give a big round of applause to Scott Speed, Travis Pastrana, Bucky Lassick, and Brianna Gelsomino. Hey gang, how we doing? Scott, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Couldn't ask for better weather today, let's be honest.
Perfect. Travis, how we doing over there?
Dude, honestly, anytime you get to drive the Huckster, it was freaking awesome. And then this, seeing the yellow cars got me pretty happy. And then getting to absolutely just do some donuts and spin with Bucky was pretty cool too.
Bucky, did you have a good day today?
I had a pretty awesome day, getting to see some of my friends and fans that showed up once again for an awesome Boxerfest.
Yeah.
The freaking sunrise yellow cars are amazing. Watching the different driving styles between Scott and Travis, ripping tandem Smoky Boys with Travis and the Huckster. I mean, what else could you want?
Rhiannon, how was your day today? You started with a tech seminar, right?
Yeah, my Rally 101 was the crowded house, so it's great to be sharing the knowledge of rally and seeing you out there. And so hopefully someone will come out to an event and watch us race as well. So we love being out here, and it's always a great day when there's sunshine and we get to play with cars.
Now, Rhiannon, I want you to tell us, I want to talk to you for a second. Tell us about some of who you've been driving. Did you do an event with Leah Block just recently?
Yeah, I actually did a regional rally with Leah, so that went really well. We won our class and got third overall, and then Travis and I did OG Boy after that, and we won our class and got second overall there. So it's been really great, and it's also cool to see some of you guys that come out to these Subi Fest events turning up at rallies. So if you do ever want to get involved with a rally, volunteers come out. We love to see you at events, and yeah, come and check it out and volunteer, and you can be part of it all and help us be able to rally as well. So I've had a good few weeks, busy few weeks, but it's all what I love doing.
An itchy few weeks too. Tell us about Poison Ivy, Ray. What happened?
Yeah, if you are in the forest at the Ojibwe Forest Rally, definitely do not take a pee in the woods. There is poison ivy, and apparently I'm allergic to it. So I've had an interesting last 3 weeks dealing with blisters from poison ivy. So I now appreciate what poison ivy is. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it's tough stuff. Rhiannon, you've been doing a lot of driver training and a lot of co-driver training too. Is this the kind of thing that has to happen face to face? Is there an online or is there like a virtual option for this at all?
Yeah, we get asked that a lot, but currently our Oz Rally Pro training, we like to do in person. We like to take people out and do recce and actually practice what we're teaching. So when COVID was around, we definitely did online training then. But yeah, if you want to come to one of our Oz Rally Pro trainings and learn what it's all about, if you come to Dirtfish, we actually put you in rally cars there, which is super cool. Or you can come out to Idaho and Alex and I can train you one-on-one and teach you all about pace notes, co-driving, all those sort of things. So my husband Alex is also a professional co-driver. We run it together and we love sharing our knowledge.
Now, Travis, this has been a season for you in a kind of a different class of rally car. Is that right? You've changed classes. Tell me what class you're running this year.
So we're running a limited car, and it's basically, it's a third of the price of the open car, and it's still a lot of fun. Like, dude, there's nothing better than getting into an open class Subaru, ripping through the woods. But as I'm getting older, not saying I'm scared, but definitely like the aero and all the stuff that's coming in. Everyone thinks when the car is better, it's easier to drive. That is the furthest from the truth. That car, you have to be spot on 10 tenths. You got to be in the car all the time. You got to be tested. You got to be ready to rock. I can jump into a limited car, which is more of a production-based car, and it's bouncing all around, and I got no aero, and I'm sideways, and I'm looking cool, and I'm feeling like I'm flying. And we're still running some pretty good times, but for a lot less of the cost.
A ton less. And this opens it up to a lot more people to join in and compete. Now, Bucky, did you run this class a couple races ago?
I did. I ran against Travis here in a GR sponsored by Argonaut. It's a rental program, so basically any of you guys can go get some seat time and say like rally ready. And within a few days, you're pretty much good enough to run the stages with Travis and I. Maybe sit a seminar in with Ree here and be good to go.
Travis, you and your mom did a century ride. This is 100 miles on a bicycle. Is that right?
Yeah. So my mom I was like, Mom, what do you want for your birthday? And she's like, I just want some quality time.
Oh, yeah.
And I really want to check off a bike ride. I want to do a century. And I was looking at my schedule, and I'm going to be gone for almost the entire next month, and it's cold. And she's a school teacher, so school, she doesn't take a lot of days off. But I was like, Mom, what are you doing Tuesday? And so with absolutely no prep, it took us a while. We averaged 14 miles an hour, but that was not including the stops.
You did.
I stopped for 2 breakfasts, a lunch, a brunch, a dinner. I had like 8,000 calories by the time I was done. I have to say that I was definitely holding her up more than she was holding me up. But we had a really good time, and we did 100 miles on a bicycle last Tuesday.
That is a really, really impressive feat. Bucky,
Quality time.
I want to talk to you about a new car in your garage. There's now a
When isn't there a new car in my garage?
How many builds are you up to, brother?
Currently working on about 5 or 6 of them.
Wow. No, okay, so tell us about the new addition to the garage.
The new addition is my daughter's first car. It's an SVX 1992. And I found it on Marketplace, and I already had one that I was rebuilding, but then I was on Marketplace looking for parts for it, and I came across a really nice one, better than I had. So I picked that one up. Then I gave the one I was working on to my buddy Lance, who works me. He helps me with all my engines and stuff. Lance, Speed USA. So I gave him the SVX that I was working on, and then I needed to find another parts car. So I found another parts car. So at one point, I had 3 SVXs to build one clean one.
Oh man, they're great cars. And what a cool first car, right?
It's really cool. We ended up swapping another automatic transmission in. Everyone's like, why didn't you do the 6-speed? Like, she's 17. She's got to learn how to drive first.
Valid.
So, maybe middle of next year we'll do the 6-speed swap. And right now it's a gem though. It's beautiful. It's I just did wheels and tires on it. So
I saw the paint correction on the deck lid. It
paint
looked
correction.
amazing.
Yeah, they did a really good job. So currently editing another video for Buck. Yeah, it'll be the wheels, tires, and just the detailing of it.
Beautiful. I love it. I love a Subaru 6-cylinder. That flat 6 makes a really pretty noise.
Oh man, it's so nice. And that brings me to my next build. Yeah.
No, oh boy.
So,
Scott, I got a question, Scott, that I've been meaning to ask you for a while. Now, you've been to Goodwood several years running, and two years running Project Midnight up the hill. This is a run that takes well under a minute, right? What is it, 40, 45 seconds?
Yeah, about 45 seconds, yep.
Now, so this most recent run, you went up the hill 1 whole second faster than the prior year, and expressed as a percentage of 45 some odd seconds. That's a huge jump in speed. How did you find that extra second going up Goodwood?
Well, obviously the track is, for you that do not know, Goodwood is effectively a driveway up to the Duke's house in Goodwood. And so the event is to drive up the driveway as quickly as you can. It is extremely narrow. It fits maybe a car and a half. And there's a lot of really tricky sections. It's very hard visually with the shadows. And the thing about England is it rains every other day, even in the summer. And so what's hard to compare from one trip to Goodwood to the next is what kind of conditions you had. And this year we had pretty good conditions on Sunday, and we made the car a little bit better, and I knew the circuit a little bit better, so we maximized everything. The year before, it rained that morning. The track was slippery and nasty, which actually made it a really fun event. It made it challenging for us as drivers. But
Travis is shaking his head no.
But that challenge level of Goodwood is a real thing, because every time you start, it's only 8 corners. You don't get any real warm up. You just have to go, and every time you go up the hill, it's different. There's a different grip level. There's corners that have more or less grip depending on who's brought dirt on and what the conditions are of the surface. So a super challenging event. So yeah, we went a second faster, and that was a little bit of everything.
Now, what is next for you and for Project Midnight? Do you have anything scheduled?
I cannot talk about Project Midnight. Right, it's a little Fight Clubby.
Okay, yeah.
But it'll make another appearance. I can't wait for it to make it to one of these Boxerfest or Subi Fest. It'll be really cool to be able to show that here in the States.
It'll be awesome to see it. Now, Scott, multidisciplinary, multi-award-winning race driver from everything from open wheel cars. You've done NASCAR. You've done so many different things. Do you have, and this is kind of a big question, but is there, and I'm sure you have a lot of advice, but is there anything in particular you would offer to drivers looking to step up their game or their skill?
Well, I think that the great news is nowadays that is a lot cheaper and easier to do than it was when I was younger. When I started, I played video games. It was Nintendo, and from there it turned into the very end, right when I started racing cars, like we just came out with the first driving simulators on the PC that were not nearly as good as what we have now. So now with iRacing and the rig similar to what they have downstairs, you don't need all that. You need a plastic G27 Logitech wheel you can get at Best Buy and a cheap computer, and you're racing in really, really good conditions that mimic pretty accurately to the physics. So, that is a huge step. You fall in love with racing. You're able to achieve a lot of time behind the wheel in that. And then honestly, coming out and doing autocross like this is a really important tool, because at the end of the day, whether I'm feeling the tire on the WRX TS out here or a Formula One car at Monaco, the principles are the same. I'm thinking about the same things. I'm feeling the same things. The track and the conditions are different, but really fundamentally, it's a lot of the same skills. So I really love, between the two of those are really cheap ways to develop your skill.
Love that. That's really, really good advice. Speaking of the autocross course, Travis, you were out there and you were watching the CEO of SOA, Hori-san. How was that? He was wheeling that car.
Actually, Scott and I both got in with Hori-san, and I tell you what, it was